Guys, I thought the Chronicled Wish was enough, but it looks like we might be getting a new permanent banner in 6.0 or those later updates, so let's get into all of it. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the new permanent banner, the Cryo Archon news, some new EFFIE or EFFIE, which will be the character coming out in 5.6, information about her kit. We also now have Skirk's kit and skills released, which we will be touching on, and the 5.6 to 6.0 banner roadmap. If you want characters like Farina, Rothusley, Varessa, or any of those future characters like Skirk, click the top link because I host a 16,000 Primogem giveaway every month. I've had people win and they just entered a day before. And if you want to get these characters guaranteed, click the second link in the description to get 25% off all your Genesis crystals with my link. It's as simple as putting your UID in, your server, and then once you purchase, it gets sent instantly to your account. And if you think it's a scam, don't worry, they have over 50,000 5-star reviews. Alright, my god, that takes a long time to get through, but now we're here. We're about to get into this juicy new info, guys, alright? I don't think anyone's touched on this yet. It's pretty fresh news. It came out like a few hours ago. So I'm going to pop the screenshot up on the screen. It seems like it's from Telegram. It says, leak Genshin Impact 6.0 new permanent banner leak unconfirmed, alright? Unconfirmed. So that most likely means that right now it's subject to change, right? So it's been found out that it could be coming up, but it could completely change or they could scrap it off. The only time we get confirmed leaks is when we're like a month away from the update coming out. Alright, so it says potential new permanent banner in 6.0. All I can say for now is that the banner will be a type of faction banner. It will be similar to the Chronicle Wish, but will be permanent. Only characters that have had 2 to 3 or more reruns will be eligible. Pity system seems to be the same. This banner will focus on specific regions and elements. The idea is that it highlights characters from a single region or nation within Teyvat. So an example would be Mondstadt, 5-star characters Venti Eulogene, and 4-star characters Razor Noel Sucrose. And it also mentions, as always, this information is speculative, subject to change, and stay tuned for official announcements from Hoyoverse. Well, as you can see, it's got some views there as well, it's got some reactions, so... Guys, what do you think though? Do you see this being likely? Would you be excited for this? To be honest, my first reaction when I read this, I was kind of like... We kind of have the Chronicle Wish already, but it would be a cool addition to add that permanently. I wonder what the banner rotation would be like, though, because if it's going to be permanently, I mean, like, how often are they going to switch it? I feel like Mihoyo are trying to suck us dry with all our money. Like, we're not going to have nothing left. All right, here's the new bit of information as well that just came out today. And this is about EFFIE or EFFIE's talent. So, when the combined number of Cryo and Hydro characters in the party is 1, 2, 3, 4, there is at least 1 Cryo character and 1 Hydro character. When EFFIE's elemental skill Ice Cream Bomb hits an enemy, that enemy's Cryo and Hydro resistance is decreased by 5%, 10%, 15%, 45% for a certain amount of seconds, you know, based on how many enemies it hits. I believe that's how it multiplies up. Deep test information is for reference only. The specifics are subject to V1, it also mentions. And here are her skills, guys, because obviously these are all her skills. So the E, automatic off-field coordinated attack, 1 hit per second dealing single target damage, 3 hit cryo application every 2.5 seconds, and the damage is comparable to Farina in a similar setup. Q instantly heals the entire team, followed by a continuous single target healing, and the healing scales off attack. Passive talent, I mean, that's what we just got through, I'll skip that. C1 passive talent condition changes, 1 non-hydro cryo characters can be present. The C2 to C6 just boosts her own damage, and C6 damage comparable to a C6 Farina. So, from what I've heard, guys, EFFIE or EFFIE is going to be a support for Skirk. So, if you want Skirk, maybe even pick this character up. Could be a good idea. But beware, she is going to be released a banner before Skirk. That's the only problem. Okay, guys, now we're going to touch on the Skirk information and kit. So here we go. So Skirk's skill mechanism is called Clone. She summons a clone mirror. The clone imitates the original body's behavior and inherits its attributes. So basically, you're going to have a ghost fighter next to you, basically, just copying your every move and skill. After she activates E, she first summons a clone, and then like Shiori, you will have 2 different modes if you choose normal attack or Q. If you choose normal attack, this mode is a very high frequency normal attack, and the clone will imitate the original body's attack. After choosing Q, she will work together with the clone summoned by E to attack with a high multiplier, the same effect as Mavuika, and then immediately switch to the next person, and the clone will stay on the field indirectly attacking with a high multiplier with a very low frequency, so, you know, obviously less fast. And it also says, I don't know about her constellations, but there should be something like a clone +1. And it says also her energy is definitely 0 by default. Whether she really does not need energy or needs special energy is not important. I think this thing is just for making her hyper specialized artifacts and weapons. And the person asks, this person who's released this information, excuse me, does the clone attack apply cryo? And the person replies yes. So this is crazy. Basically what this is implying, whatever damage you're dealing alone with this clone on field, you're gonna be basically dealing double damage, aren't you? So yeah, like if you get a EFFIE or maybe a Farina for a freeze team, that would be absolutely insane. And as well, guys, we have the 5.6 to the 6.0 banners. So I'm actually not going to do too much talking with this one. I'm just going to pop it up on the screen somewhere here for you guys to read, but I will go through it quickly. So 5.6, EFFIE, Emily, Phase 2, Kinish, Sino. Version 5.7 is Skirk with Raiden, Shogun, and Klee possible rerun. I think that's less confirmed. 5.8 is a Zhongli, Nouvelette. And we don't know actually who else is going to be on there. And 6.0 is just all of the harbingers that we might be seeing with, you know, the release of Cryo and Snezhnaya. Getting deeper into that, that's when we're going to start seeing all these harbingers becoming playable. So yeah. And now let's touch on the Cryo Archon. So here we go. Here's the first little bit of news that we have. According to past info, Sarissa divides her emotions into 2 personalities. An example is the Hantengu of Demon Slayer. She is a god with no love left for her people. It claims right there, and it says via Blair. We also have a little fan-made picture, and then obviously the Hantengu from Demon Slayer. So what question this makes me ask is this going to tie into her skills? Are we going to see her have a divided personality or emotion type of skill? So is she going to be really angry and then really nice, and she might heal, and when she's angry she does DPS? Like, imagine that as a hybrid character. That would be insane. We also have some additional news. So Cryo Archon news. Sarissa / Cryo Archon. She's Cryo. There are details that Sarissa controls the Fatui and their delusions, which artificially grant other elements. She might switch between Cryo and other elements like Hydro or Pyro, like Shuri's puppets. She's likely a 5-star Cryo Catalyst or Sword user, but a sword would reflect her potential warrior past. She might be a DPS or hybrid support like Farina or Raiden. And it says the Sarissa is a gentle soul, but she has a will stronger than any mortal. She has no love for war, and yet she will not hesitate to do what it takes to achieve her goals, and a goal beyond simply conquering Teyvat. And it says the Sarissa's kit will likely be unique compared to existing Cryo units, possibly with dual element mechanics, Cryo enhancement, or sacrifice based buffs. If she follows Archon trends, she'll redefine Cryo's role in the meta. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you gained a lot of information from watching this video. I've tried to include every leak of recent times. We had 2 that were released today, 3 that were released a little bit in the past, alright? Hopefully you learned something, got excited, and yeah. Remember to turn on all notifications for my channel. It's just on the bell, so you always get an update when I upload, because I upload a Genshin video daily. Subscribe, like, I'll see you in the next one.